tragedy in Taradale.
Can't remember the last time we had a child die due to a house fire.
A father and daughter killed in a fire. 4 others survived. Getting started on the Green Line after a decade of planning.
Fair to say, it has been a bit of a ride to get to this moment, but we got here.
Calgary digs into its biggest transit project ever. A small town has big plans for Canada Day.
This is a chance for folks in town to say, I'm a Canadian and I'm proud of it.
How hundreds of flags are making a difference in the community.
CTV Calgary, local breaking news with Alicia Fieldburn.
Good evening. We begin with a heartbreaking story. A house fire in the Northeast has claimed the lives of a father and his daughter. Although 4 other people survived, the circumstances have left a community shocked and grieving. Here's Stephanie Thomas.
This video shows the intense flames raging from the top 2 levels of this home on Terra Lake Way Northeast. When fire crews arrived shortly after 1 a.m., it was too late for one man who was in his 50s.
They found an adult male deceased.
A 9-year-old girl was taken from the main floor and rushed to hospital in life-threatening condition.
Sadly, she didn't make it.
Family members were too shaken to speak on camera, but say he was Sonny Gill and his daughter was Hargun Gill.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really shocked right now.
Officials say a woman and youth escaped to the roof and were rescued by fire crews. Family members have identified them as mother Sukhjit and her teenage son Rohanpreet. The 45-year-old visibly overcome with grief once back at home. Another couple living in the basement also survived.
And this is one of the most horrible nights of my life, especially when you lose, 2 close friends.
The fire is believed to have originated on the main floor. However, investigators are still working to determine the cause. The house is considered a total loss. Now the survivors, 2 remaining family members, and another couple are homeless and grieving.
What else you can say? Just may God keep their souls in peace, and the rest of the family, may God give a patience and a good, long, healthy life to all of them.
Stephanie Thomas, CTV News, Calgary.
Alberta Health Services issued a measles exposure alert for the Calgary airport. Someone with a confirmed case of measles was at the airport yesterday. They were on a flight from Kamloops and got to domestic arrivals gate A17 just after 8 a.m. Then they departed at gate C55 on WestJet flight 630 to Prince Edward Island. Infectious disease experts say you don't even need to come in contact with an infected person because measles can hang in the air for hours. This exposure alert comes as 27 more cases have been confirmed in Alberta. That pushes the total since the outbreak began to just over 1,100. 14 cases were reported in the South Health Zone, which still has the highest numbers by far in the province at 719. And the province says the best protection against measles is to ensure you're up to date with your immunizations. AHS provides free measles vaccines through public health centres. Alberta's unused children's pain medication imported from Turkey will be shipped to an international charity. Alberta Health Services confirms an agreement has been reached with Health Partners International of Canada. The charity distributes medicine to vulnerable communities worldwide. The province has been storing more than 1 million bottles of the medication. AHS says preliminary shipments have begun and more will happen in the coming months. The $70 million purchase of the so-called Turkish Tylenol has been widely criticized. Calgary police have charged a 17-year-old accused of bringing a gun to school. It happened at James Fowler High School on June 3rd. Police say the boy and a teenage girl had an argument off school property. Shortly after, the 15-year-old girl called police saying the boy came to school with a gun. The school was in a lockdown, but police did not find the boy. On Sunday, the 17-year-old was taken into custody. A C-train operator has been charged with dangerous operation causing bodily harm after a collision with a child in April. The train was pulling into the Banff Trail station on the morning of April 11th as an 11-year-old boy was crossing in the marked crosswalk. The train hit the boy, leaving him with a broken leg. The pedestrian barriers did not come down as the train approached. But police said at the time the train didn't stop where it should have. The C-train operator Gordon Ferdinands will appear in court in September. In a statement, the union representing C-train operators says it's surprised at the charge, given the significant mitigating factors that police should be aware of. Work has finally begun on Calgary's biggest ever infrastructure project, both in scale and scope. Today, shovels officially hit dirt on Phase 1 of the Green Line LRT. Tim Brooke has the details.
After more than a decade of planning, you could almost feel the relief.
Fair to say, it has been a bit of a ride to get to this moment, but we got here.
Calgary has officially broken ground on Phase 1 of the Green Line LRT.
Today, we get to celebrate the start of something that is transformative. The Green Line is a commitment to connecting 27 communities across Calgary, shifting nearly 5 million trips a year from road to rail.
It all begins here on the site of the future Shepherd Station. This southeast portion will include 11 other new stations and 16 kilometers of track, along with a maintenance and storage facility, 3 park and ride lots, and 28 new LRT vehicles.
Wow, that is a lot of building. What's really important for me is that this is going to make life for every single Calgarian, every single visitor to your beautiful city better.
Ottawa pitched in, so did the province, but the majority of the $6.2 billion price tag is City Hall's responsibility. So too are any potential cost overruns.
If we get to a situation where we need to talk about overruns, we will do so as partners.
But Thursday, it wasn't about problems or even past arguments. All 3 levels of government instead expressed hope about the LRT's next steps and expansion beyond this.
With the first phase finishing right here in Shepherd, that sets up the Green Line for extensions even further south to Seaton.
Phase 1 should be complete and operational by 2031. Calgarians in the southeast can't wait.
Well, it's about time probably, right? Getting pretty busy at this end of town.
Enough talk, you know? Yeah, so I'm glad.
I mean, it's why I moved to the area, because I thought it was coming, but that was 20 years ago, so highly anticipated for us.
Tim Brooke, CTV News, Calgary.
A southern Alberta community is finding a unique way to show its patriotism ahead of Canada Day. Mark Villani has more on the initiative that's uniting neighbors.
On a high river street awash in red and white, James Young says the flag placed on his front lawn symbolizes a deep connection to his country.
We need to make sure that we don't forget where we came from. And I think it's very important that the people that made this land free don't get forgotten about and we don't quit on them.
It's why volunteers are loading these flags onto trucks and hammering pins into the ground. Led by members of the High River Rotary Club, flags are rented for $50 each year and placed on front lawns 3 times annually for the May long weekend, Canada Day celebrations, and Labor Day. What started with just 100 flags back in 2019 has now grown into a sea of over 600 this year.
And you can probably imagine why that is. There's a certain elbows up nationalism in the country right now, and yeah, people want to display what side they're on.
The funds raised from flag rentals go towards local scholarships, a seniors bus program, food bank support, and other global initiatives.
It builds our club, brings us all together as members, and gives us a sense of purpose.
Sometimes you get a neighbor coming out and say, "How can I get one?" When you stand back or you're driving away, you just feel a great sense of accomplishment and being very patriotic.
It's a massive expression of Canadian nationalism and patriotism.
And for people like James Young,
it makes me very proud to be a Canadian.
Programs like this help him demonstrate national pride. His front license plate, a testament to keeping Canada unified as 10 provinces and 3 territories.
We sure hope it's going to stay that way.
Mark Villani, CTV News in High River.
Okay, Danielle, we will likely not see the sun as much tomorrow as we did today, but it is Friday tomorrow.
It is Friday, which is nice, right? Friday, heading into a weekend. Overall, we're looking at nice weather for the weekend, but tomorrow, yes, as Alicia mentioned, we're looking at mainly cloudy skies for the day, even isolated showers possible in the morning hours, and then, yes, in the afternoon as well. And by the supper hours, we get into the risk of thunderstorm activity. Plus, tomorrow will not be as warm because we won't see as much sunshine. So just a high of 19. Your full forecast coming up.
Thanks, Danielle. You can now take home movie theater treats for a fraction of the cost and keep food out of the landfill. Calgary-based theater chain Landmark Cinemas has partnered with the Too Good To Go app to offer surprise bags. They contain whatever food the cinema has left over at the moment, such as nachos, hot dogs, cookie bites, and popcorn, at about a third of the price. It helps people save money on food while cutting back on waste.
Someone might be walking through the mall or shopping in the plaza and see that there's a bag there so that they can come and pick it up. You don't have to go to the movies to get the bag, which is great. And then if you're maybe entering and exiting that movie and you're on your way home and you see that there's a surprise bag, pick it up and you can have movie popcorn at home too.
Bags will be available through the app at 8 Alberta theaters and at Landmark locations in BC, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and Ontario. It was opening night for Europa Super Circus in Calgary. Audiences can watch performers showcase thrilling stunts in Calgary for the next 10 days. The artists come from all over the world and include a tight wire acrobat, aerialists, motorbikes, and clowns. This is the first time this circus has come to Canada.
You're going to see like different things that nobody can have in a tent, especially the bags that's jumping inside the tent. So they have only few circus can have this kind of act, so we are lucky to have them here.
The circus is under the big top at Deerfoot City Mall until July 6th with evening shows and matinees. Well, 2 Calgary men have been charged with defrauding a nonprofit. Today we heard from the organization impacted with a warning for others.
You're watching CTV News, Calgary.
The president of the community hall in Bowness is warning other nonprofits to be vigilant about screening volunteers after being defrauded out of more than $66,000. Police have charged 2 men in the case, one with a violent criminal past, which came as a shock to the group. Terry Fikowski reports.
It's a hub for community events and gatherings, but the Bowness Ratepayer Scout and Guide Hall Association nearly had to close its doors after being scammed.
It's the community that's suffering, you know, because this is a hall for the community. It's not a private venture.
Nathan Mazzera and Joshua Bretto are facing fraud charges, accused of embezzling $66,000 from the association. Its president says the pair got involved in the hall's day-to-day operations in 2022.
It was all volunteer. Everyone was tired. And here's these 2, you know, under 40-year-old guys or 40-year-old guys, and they say, we'd love to get in there and just kind of make that place shine again. And we thought, well, why not?
But over time, there were concerns with the hall's deteriorating state. And in 2024, the directors went to police over some funding red flags.
Oh, there's money missing. There is money missing.
Barge now warns other nonprofits to be skeptical, run criminal record checks, and vigorously screen volunteers.
In hindsight, we feel pretty foolish. Like, how did I not see this? Well, we should have seen it, but we didn't.
It was only after police got involved, the association learned of Bretto's past conviction of manslaughter in the 2011 death of a man in Victoria, BC. Barge says he used a different last name as a volunteer.
Once things came out, it was like, holy crap.
Financial experts recommend any organization set up strict parameters around finances, particularly nonprofits.
There's just not as much training. A lot of people are volunteering. They just don't know the steps. So it's just an easy target for criminals.
Mazzera and Bretto did not respond to CTV's request for interview, but in a statement denied any wrongdoing and accused police of corruption. Investigators say they're confident in the charges.
An investigation like this isn't just a singular source of information or people that are involved with it.
Despite the charges, the hall is still in a financial fight, but Barge feels more optimistic about the future.
We've taken it over and it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to things now.
Terry Fikowski, CTV News, Calgary.
Mazzera and Bretto's case will go to court on August 6th. We can all get stressed out at work, but military members and first responders deal with a different kind of stress that can lead to post-traumatic stress injuries. A Calgary artist has spent the last 3 years helping them through painting. Kevin Fleming has more.
My cats. She works 12-hour shifts in the oncology unit at the Alberta Children's Hospital. Barb Mahler says she tries to make a terrible experience a little more bearable for kids and their families.
I have noticed, though, that when I have my days off, I really need to take some time and not just, get the groceries done, get the laundry done. I need to do some things for myself to decompress.
She found Todd Lachance and his Plein Air MD program. On this day, they're in Fish Creek Provincial Park painting landscape portraits.
It's really relaxing for me, and especially if you combine that with a beautiful day, there's nothing better.
Lachance says he's not trying to turn them into artists, but just get them out to have a good day.
My goal is to get them in the zone where they're creating with their minds and their hands and in the awe of nature, and put it all together and lose themselves in it, and that sort of starts a healing process, I think.
The program is also open to family members, and Allison Young is here supporting her sister. Mallory shares some of the heartbreaking stories with her. This is her second Plein Air session.
It's pretty interesting because when you paint, you see more of the detail, you notice more things. So, yeah, it perks up your senses, I guess.
Judy Hyland manages her husband's medical practice. She's also the mother of 3 and says her stress level fluctuates day to day.
I think there's a lot of good in prevention. So if I can take these moments for myself and kind of calm down, feel the wind, feel the sun, listen to the water, listen to the birds, it makes a big difference in my mental health and sanity to be able to just calm down and kind of recharge.
The sessions are about 3 hours long, and Lachance is always impressed at the images the painters are able to create. Kevin Fleming, CTV News, Calgary.
This year's Stampede Parade marshal has some big fans at a Calgary retirement home.
Let's go, girls.
These ladies from Whitehorn Village Retirement Home created a reel of themselves dancing to Twain's music, wearing their best Western wear. The women want the video to go viral and maybe get Twain's attention. Well, you can expect more clouds tomorrow, but a warm-up this weekend. Danielle's forecast is up next.
Today, temperatures right where we should be. It was a beautiful day. We had a good chunk of sunshine in the city. Winds were relatively calm. 23 degrees was the high. That's around normal for this time of year. You can see a little more heat off into Saskatchewan for today. And out east, Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, in those lower to mid-20s, Toronto mid-20s, I guess you could say, which is quite a difference from the excessive heat that they had earlier this week when, with the humidity, it felt like 45. So big difference there. Things have improved. Temperatures across the board in the country have regulated, as we talked about happening by this point of the week. Okay, earlier today we did have a little bit of thunderstorm activity. We have the potential for isolated showers even tomorrow morning. So this is a look at 11:30. So mainly cloudy for tomorrow. It's not going to be an all-day rain event in the city, but there could be isolated showers even in the morning. And as we pop into these supper hours, as you can see here, 5 o'clock, 4 or 5, we get into the potential for thunderstorm activity. So yes, isolated showers. It looks a little busier tomorrow than what we had out there today. So today we had isolated showers. We had a brief thunderstorm roll through at 4:30 p.m. Through the south end of the city, but not a whole lot going on. Tomorrow it looks a little more active. Could start as early as 4 in the afternoon with regards to the thunderstorm activity. Mainly cloudy for the entire day. And then let's fast forward because we're heading into kind of a long weekend, depending on if you took a day off. But here we go. Saturday, we should get some sunshine in the morning hours, and then earlier, so not just by the supper hours, but as early as 2 in the afternoon, thunderstorm potential arrives for Calgary and up the QE2 as well. Okay, Sunday looks pretty stable. mainly sunny. Likely not the thunderstorm activity later in the day, and the same thing goes for Monday. So again, for tomorrow, it will be isolated showers possible in the morning, and then later in the day, closer to the supper hours, thunderstorms are possible. Just 19, so it'll be on the cooler side and a little windy at times. So be prepared for, it won't be an all-day rain event, but some rainfall and thunderstorm activity. Sunday or Saturday, we get into the 20-degree range because we'll get more sunshine. So we'll bounce back into the 20s, and thunderstorms are possible as early as 2 in the afternoon, and they may bubble up again in around the supper hours on Saturday. Sunday and Monday look stable. Temperatures will climb. By Monday, we're looking at the mid-20s, and for Canada Day, we have the potential for late-day thunderstorms.
Thanks, Danielle. It's a chance for hockey teams to stock up for the future. The NHL draft takes place this weekend, and while Calgary is looking for new talent, the GM is also focusing on one of its veterans. The Flames have 7 picks in this year's NHL draft, which starts tomorrow, but GM Craig Conroy has more to think about than just the draft. Glenn Campbell has the details.
Calgary is now on the clock.
This year's NHL draft will look a lot different. In the past, every team is jammed into a venue and had full representation to make their picks. At this year's draft, the Flames will only have Lanny McDonald and new assistant general manager Peter Hanlon there to make the picks. The rest of the staff, including general manager Craig Conroy, will be in Calgary doing their work from the Scotiabank Saddledome.
It's going to be interesting. I want to see how it all works out, but it's definitely, it's the first time something new. It was such a great time at the Sphere last year that, it's a little bit different, but we'll see how it goes these next 2 days.
The Flames have the 18th and 32nd pick in the first round on Friday night. They have an obvious need at center, but that doesn't mean they'll pick a middleman at the draft.
Obviously, you're always looking to add the best player. If that player was a center, that'd be great. But again, like I say, if we get to 18 and we have a player that's 10 on the list and that player's a defenseman, and then we're not just going to take a position. We're going to take the best player.
Conroy says he's always willing to move up in the draft, and this year it appears some teams may be willing to part with higher picks. The Flames GM isn't sure what will happen on draft day.
You've had talks with teams and they're open, but again, everybody wants to see how this, like I said, nobody has a clear cut who's going to be there at their pick. So as we get closer to the picks, would you be willing to move? So we'll see if teams are willing to do that, but it's going to come on draft night.
The draft isn't the only business Conroy has to take care of. Reports indicate defenseman Rasmus Andersson is ready to move on from the organization. But Conroy says he has to be patient so the Flames get the maximum return if they do trade the 28-year-old Swede.
You got to look at it. Ras has got another year in his contract, and I talked to Ras this morning. He's totally. We're all good. If he's a Calgary Flame in September, he's a Calgary Flame. I mean, there's nothing that I would say is going to happen or not going to happen.
Glenn Campbell, CTV Sports, Calgary.
Thanks for staying up late with us.